YouTube, what's happening out there, man? It is still Sunday the 21st, although I know you're watching this after the fact because I did not upload this on Sunday. So, anyway, man, if you watched my last video called The Fresh Start, I appreciate that. And this is kind of following up on that one. And like I mentioned in that, when I first started doing YouTube, I never really introduced myself or put anything out there about me. So we're going to do that now, and then that way going forward, you know, you can always go back and say, who is this idiot? And then you can go back and look at it and see it. So this is just something for me to do, so you guys maybe find out a little bit about me. So for those of you who don't know, my name is Steve. I'm 43 years old. I am born and raised in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, although now I still live there, but I live north of the city. I bought a house north about 4 years ago, and been married since 2010. I got two sons. They're 9 and 8 years old. They're going into 4th and 3rd grade this year, and been with my wife we've been married for I think 12 years. We've been together I think for 16, and yeah, I think that's right. Don't tell her if I'm wrong though. She don't watch my videos anyway, so she wouldn't be able to correct me anyway. But as far as, you know, some things that I like, man, love football. Obviously, the Steelers are my team. Gonna miss Big Ben Roethlisberger, but you know, we'll see what happens from there. So, love football, love the Steelers. I love music. Heavy metal music is my gig. I love Pantera. Dimebag Darrell is my favorite guitar player. I've got a lot of Dimebag signature guitars. I also play guitar. I started playing guitar when I was 5 years old, and I'm 43 now, so do the math. And I've done some YouTube guitar stuff, but didn't really get a lot of bites on that. But you might get some of that, so we'll kind of see what goes down from there. I love my Kubota tractor. Last year I bought a Kubota BX series tractor. I love that thing, man. I call it Tom D Kubota. Tom D stands for Tractor of My Dreams, so I nicknamed him Tom D. What else? Oh, love Halloween. That's my favorite holiday. It's coming up soon. I've been seeing a lot of, you know, Halloween decorations and stuff. I love scary movies, horror movies. I love going to haunted houses, although I haven't done that stuff in years. I'm hoping when my kids start to get older, because they love Halloween, maybe that's some kind of stuff we could do. Dude, when we went to Niagara Falls, we went to a haunted wax museum. I forgot to put some pictures of that up, but yeah, anything Halloween, horror related, I love that stuff. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a rock star. I wanted to be the quarterback of the Steelers and a pro wrestler. And it's funny how I'm zero of those things. I ended up in a truck, man. I don't know how that happened. Well, I do know how it happened, but that's another story for another time. But as far as, you know, work history type stuff, just real quick. Well, I graduated in high school in 1996. I went to a trade school for automotive diesel. So in 1993, I started actually working on cars in actual shops. And then went to school for it, got a diploma for it. I did that professionally up until about 2008. And in 2008 is when I started to drive truck. And that is an interesting story in itself, which I won't get into now because that would take too long. And so yeah, I've been driving trucks ever since. I was a company driver all the way up until 2016. It was June of 2016. That's when I got my first truck, and I leased on to Schneider National. Obviously, you guys know I did Schneider videos forever and a day, which, like I said yesterday, that's the reason we're kind of doing this, because I need to try to break away from that. Not that I'm not proud of the time that I spent with Schneider, because I have nothing bad to say. If you want to dip your feet in the owner-operator waters, I still say to this day, anybody wants to check it out, go to Schneider. It's a good place to be. And I'll be honest with you, if something ever went wrong on the spot market, that's probably what I would do. I would probably go back to Schneider. But yeah, man, owner operator since 2016, and that brings me to right now. So, you know, kind of threw a lot out there real fast, but if any of you guys want to know anything about me, feel free to ask. You can leave it in the comments. You can always send me an email at helpwithtrucking@hotmail.com. And by the way, one thing I will say is that you guys will, some of you who've been following me for a long time know this already, but for those of you who might be new, you will never ever see my wife or my kids on any of these videos, because I'm very private about that. Even if I'm at home, you're not going to see a whole lot, because I don't need anybody figuring out where I live. Nobody needs to know who my wife and kids are, because they don't need that kind of hassle. Like if they happen to be out somewhere and somebody runs into them, but hey, you're that guy's wife from YouTube, or you know, I don't need to bring that kind of attention to my family. So yeah, man, that's about it in a nutshell. So that's me. Like I said, if you have any questions about me or where I've been or what I've done, feel free to leave it in the comments. Send me an email if you want. Like I said, helpwithtrucking@hotmail.com. And at some point, I will tell you guys the story of how I got into trucking, because, well, I'll tell you what got me into trucking, and then I'll tell you how my start was, because that is a very interesting story, although it's kind of lengthy too. So we'll have to break that up in parts or something. But yeah, man, so that's me, and I'm looking forward to, well, I like interacting with all the people that already watch my channel, but I'm hoping to get some new people attracted by doing all this stuff. So I'm looking forward to meeting some new people, and yeah, man, that's about it for now. So until next time, everybody, be good, be smart, be safe, and I will catch you down the road. Thanks for checking me out. Later on.